Hey everybody, how are you? It's Susho from The Curious Frugal. I have been wanting to do this video for you of a new product that is amazing. It's this tool that will save you so much time with making images. I know for many of us that do blog posts and we share on Pinterest, pin creation can take a lot of time. So how many of you guys are using Pinterest? I love Pinterest. It's amazing for finding recipes, sharing content, finding activities to do with my daughter. But the one thing I don't like about Pinterest is if you are a creator in terms of blog posts, and there's my photobombing cat. She's pretty much always on my lap when I'm sitting down. It can take a lot of time. So Pinterest can be a huge energy suck and time suck. We constantly have to feed it new pins if we want to get views. But Pinterest is amazing because it is a source for many of us of free blog traffic. So if you're not using Pinterest yet for your blog or your website for your business, do it. Like, figure it out and do it. I can give you tips. I can point you to resources that are great for beginners. It's just really important. It's a great source of free traffic, and it's better to get you growing faster than Google. Google and organic traffic is wonderful, but it's much slower. So that being said, one of the best tools for Pinterest is called Tailwind. So some of you might already have this and some of you don't. I have Tailwind Pro. You can also try a free version, which I will link for you to try out. And what it is it's a scheduler, and it's amazing. It's a smart scheduler. So it doesn't just pick the times and days that you tell it to pick and schedule your pins for then. It figures out when your viewers are online the most, and then it will pin your content at those times to get the most eyeballs in front of your content, because that's exactly what you want. So I've been using that for a while. I resisted for a while. I don't know why, because it's wonderful. And now Tailwind has come out with a new product. It's just in its beta stage. So really, really excited to get to share it with you because it's very brand new. I can give you a special VIP code so that you can try out the beta version as well. And I want to walk you through it because there will be nothing that you can search online yet for this because it's super new. So there are not any posts on this yet. There won't be anything on Google yet. So it's called Tailwind Create. So what Tailwind Create is it takes the work, the time, and it also makes things better of pin creation. So not all of us, most of us are not graphic designers. A lot of us didn't know what we were doing when we started out. If you look back to see some of my earliest pins, please don't. They're not very nice looking. I've definitely gotten way, way better. But when you're starting out, your pins are probably going to look on the uglier side unless you have a big affinity or have graphic design background. So what Tailwind Create does is it takes some information from you. So it takes the URL of your blog post. It takes the title of your pin and any brand colors that you want to put in, potentially a logo, and it makes pins for you. It's amazing. It's really exciting to watch it work. So I'm going to walk you through that now. So we are going to go. So what you have to do, first of all, is you have to have Tailwind, the basic Tailwind, and then you can add on this new tool called Tailwind Create. You'll have to request access for it, and I'll have that all in a blog post, and I'll also share it below. So first you set up Tailwind. If you're familiar with it, you already have the dashboard that looks like this. And then you find the little brush tool. So that's Tailwind Create. So that's the new thing. And then you click on Start Designing. Okay, so I am going to make a pin. I think I just have to go over here. I don't know if you're going to not see me for a minute, but this is necessary. So I'm going to take my pin title and I'm going to add it right here. So, and it also wants your destination link. So I'm going to go and grab that from my other document. Okay, here we go. So it just happens to be a post. I picked one of my posts that I already have on my site, and it is called Tailwind for Instagram. So it's all about using this scheduling tool for Instagram, which I hadn't been doing earlier. I started using it mainly for Pinterest, and then I tried it for Instagram. It has a lot of other really cool features, and it's been shown to increase engagement in terms of likes and comments on your feed, which is something we all like. Okay, so my destination link is there. Now I can upload my own photos. So you know how to do that. You just click on it and go to your own photos. These are my logos. Something else that's cool is it is tied in, bundled with stock photos. So this makes it so easy. So right now it's thinking, and it's going to pull up some photos that I already had in this blog post. So in Tailwind for Instagram. So it's going to find those photos and it's going to show them here. But while it's doing that, I want to go to stock photos, and it just saves so much time. So instead of going to whatever stock photo site to use, free or paid, having to download those, maybe get the correct size, whatever, then upload them to whatever program you're using for pin creation, it's all bundled together. So good. Okay, so I'm going to type in Instagram and see what comes up for stock photos. And I am going to pick some that I like. So I'm going to I like that one. Okay, I'm going to pick that one. And you can see when, okay, it's not doing it yet. Okay, I like this one too. I like this one. This one. Let's see, those are going up here. Okay, so it's showing them right here in your upload photos bar. So whatever stock photos I'm clicking on, I was also clicking on some that were paid, and right now we're not going to go through that because I have so many awesome free ones. So, you know, like definitely if you have the extra money and you want to get pictures probably that are less being used less, which there's an advantage of that, then go for it. But for right now, I would like to use the free ones. So let's see. Oh, I like that one with the cactus. I'll use that one too. There we go. There it is. Okay, so we have a few pictures now. And when you're doing this on your own, you can pick 10 or 20 pictures easily. And it will give you so many different pin options of different pin designs. Something that I did before this step that I will tell you about is I also entered the name of my blog, so The Curious Frugal, and I also uploaded the logo. Some people like to use the picture logo on their pins, and other people like to use the text. I prefer using the text usually. Sometimes I use the logo. So anyways, I put both on there just in case. So yeah, got a few photos now. So I'm going to go down here to create images. It's exciting. What will happen? Okay, so what it does is it takes my title, puts it all different ways, and it takes the photos that I picked. So let's just scroll up again. And it starts creating tons and tons and tons of different pins in different colors, different combinations. It's pretty amazing. So look at that. Like, how long did that take me? And now I've got a bunch of pins. They have my My website URL on there. That took a couple minutes, and that was because I was talking. If I wasn't talking, that would take less time. So what you can do over here is you can change the brand fonts. So whatever your brand fonts are, you can put them in. Or they also offer different font combinations that go well together. So you can just choose one of the pre-selected ones. So I think I'll just keep it like that. And I'm not going to search anymore. I right now would like something a little bit darker, I think. So you can see I just picked a color over there that I liked, and boom, I put it in the pins. Look, it just looks so pretty. So there, so it starts spitting out these awesome pins with very different designs, and they're going to appeal to different people. So you do want to try different colors, different combinations. Like some people really have a cohesive look to their pins, and that can be good, but I'm honestly not a huge fan of that. I like trying different combinations of things. So if what you're doing is working for you, great. But otherwise, I would not be too stuck on having a certain image for Pinterest, because people generally do not. It's not like Instagram. People don't go and look at your feed as a whole. People don't really go to Pinterest and like scroll through all the pins that you have. They search for a particular thing. How to use Instagram and find pins based on that. And they're not going to usually go back to your feed and be like, oh, all her pins look like they go together. Like that's just not going to be a thing. So you might actually get more viewers if you mix things up. So here I'm changing them. I really like this teal. And you can scroll down and see what other colors. They have them light and bright, sophisticated, earth tones, whatever you want to try, really. If there's a certain type of color scheme you want to stay with, or you can try whatever. It's just really fun to play around with. And yeah, so I changed it again, so it's going to do that. So, and also something I want to highlight is up here. So you can see filters. You can choose different filters. So content type, for me, it is a blog post. If you have something that is a recipe pin in particular, or if you're selling a product, then you might want to choose that type instead. So I'm going to stick to blog post, because they do have different designs for different things. Industry niche. Right now, these are about blogging, so I'll stick with that. Again, you can pick food and drink, garden, finance, pin format. I would say this is a how-to blog post. So there's also ones that are, if you're looking to sell something, if you want to include a CTA, a call to action, that type of thing. If you want to showcase your product, pick those different designs. So it is so awesome. Like it saves crazy amount of time. So basically, from whatever your idea is to the pin being created can take 30 seconds. Like insane. Normally this stuff takes so long. And Pinterest keeps wanting more fresh pins, right? Like that's so important to keep putting new pins out there. Like most people that I know are putting out a new pin every single day. And I think it used to, I don't know, a couple of years ago, it was like a pin a week, like a new pin a week. But it's just, the pace is getting faster if you want traffic and free traffic, which we all do. So Tailwind Create is such an awesome tool to help you speed up your pin creation. And then you can get back to, like for me, it helps so much to be able to free up time to create content. So to write. So I love writing. That for me is harder to outsource, and I want to keep doing that. So if I can speed up some of these other things like email automations and pin creation, then I get to stick to the writing and the figuring out the topics that go well with my blog. And that's important to me. Okay, so what do we do next? I like this one. So let's say we pick that one. I'm gonna add to save designs. I'm gonna add that one to save designs. So then the little heart is teal now. I like this one. Let's just scroll down and see what else we have. Oh, going up. Okay, let's see. I like this one. It's simple, and I think people will notice it. Okay, so now we want to go to, just trying to see my little scroll thingy. It's amazing how many different options this gives you. It's a crazy number. Okay, so it shows how many designs you've created. So we can select. Okay. So now we go to, it's thinking. So if you want to edit the design, if you want to change, again, the font on a particular one, you can. And then saving these means that you really like these designs. So you might want to use them again, but just for different URLs and different pin titles. Okay, so we pick those three. We want to review your selection. So click on that. So this is where you could try on different looks if you wanted to. Different colors, if you want to change the photo, blah, 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 you can do that there. But I don't want to. I'm happy with them. So two things, you can do download, and that will download them in a zip file, or just a single if you just pick one at a time, and they will be JPEGs. So then you can go and you can upload them yourself. But okay, another awesome thing is because Tailwind Create is integrated with Tailwind, you can schedule them right away. So this is awesome. So you can just click on Go Schedule, and it will bring you to your area in Tailwind where you schedule your posts. So like, it just saved an amazing amount of time to have it all be done in one platform. So I am going